Welcome back. It was 1961 in Detroit, and a new group called The Temptations was just starting its career.
Yeah, fast forward nearly 60 years later, and Otis Williams, the last remaining original member of The Temptations, is not only still making music, but helping his grandson do the same. I got a chance to talk with Otis and grandson Trace to learn more.
Detroit, Michigan. We signed with Motown in 1961, March of 1961. We are approaching our 60th anniversary. We're in the process of doing a brand new CD with the wonderful, great Mr. Smokey Robinson. So we still stand busy. You know, when we started out, I never would have any inclination that we would still be doing it 60 years later. Because, you know, show business is such a fleeting, fickle kind of business. If you do 3 or 4 years, that's a milestone. But to do 60 years, I'm loving it.
Otis recalls his mother bringing him to Michigan from Texas, and that first time he caught the show business bug.
She brought me from Texas when I was about 11 or 12 years old. And at the time, that's when rock and roll was in its infancy. You know, and I had the pleasure of seeing the great rock and roll shows that would come into Detroit to the Fox Theater. And I'm looking at Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, the Cadillacs, Ruth Bowen, a lot of notables. And like I said, to see what Five Guys was doing on the stage, I was 14 years old. And like I said, for Fox Theater is the second largest indoor theater in America. Radio City is the first. But being 14 years old and seeing 5,000 people going crazy at what was happening on the stage, I was intrigued. So 7 years later, The Temptations at the Fox Theater, and we were getting the same kind of hoopla.
Otis's grandson, Trace, also remembers the first time he felt the bright lights on stage with his grandfather. He was only 6 years old.
Being the first time I went on stage, everyone was around. They were screaming. They were like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." That was it was an amazing experience. I was like just overwhelmed because at the time I didn't know why they were screaming, but I was like, this is cool. I'm break dancing. I have a Dolce & Gabbana outfit on. I'm stepping on stage with my swag, and I'm like, the ladies are screaming for Grandpa. Like, what?
They were screaming for him. When I brought him out on stage to bow with us, you know, he was dressed so cute that when I brought him out and we bowed, but when we came out on stage, the whole place just lit up. Oh my, look at that baby, all bam. And I think that was his addiction to being in show business.
And the fact that he has a musical icon giving him advice is a fact not lost on young Trace.
When I decided to pursue my artistic dreams, my grandfather's always been there to guide me, and I'm thankful that he's always been in my life.
I do what I can because, you know, the Temps are always on the road. But his mother, she's on him 24/7, 6 days a week, whatever. She's a wonderful mother. You know, she definitely, Trace, sit up. Trace, don't do this. So, you know, he's getting great love from all points of the family. So, like I said, aside from him being such a talented young man, and the girls go crazy over him, that's superficial in this as far as look. It's a wonderful thing to have the great looks, but it's all here in the heart. And so that's what we always try. Make sure you stay grounded because, you know, success can be a very strong aphrodisiac. You know, it depends on how you handle success because I've been around a lot of successful people and I'm still learning because like I tell Trace, life is ever learning regardless of how old you live to be.
And what's the best advice Otis could give to help the next generation of musicians like Trace?
Great songs is what the Temps being part of Motown. That's why Motown's music is still so popular today. Because all those songs that came out of Motown, great lyrics, great melodies, constructed just right. You know, we don't believe, and I don't knock anybody, you know, however they want to express themselves, but we don't believe coming out there, you know, cussing on stage, grabbing your crotch and all that. See, Motown had an artist development, whereas we had to go to school. We would have to be an artist development at 10 in the morning, and we would not come out until 6 in the evening. But during that time, they taught us about life, and how to treat people and how to really be a consummate professional. So I'm loving that because here it is today, 60 years later.
Breaking into today's music scene is a lot different than it was in Otis's day of vinyl 45s. Trace is an unsigned artist that uses today's tech to get his music out to the masses.
I upload my songs through Spotify, being I'm an upcoming artist, through Apple Music. I promote on Instagram. You know, I send to different people. I have other people repost it because I just want to get out there, you know? I want to get out there. I want to have masses of people hear my music and, you know, just keep grinding.
While you can download Trace's music, you can find even more ways to enjoy the music and lives of the Temptations.
I am very happy to say that we have a successful Broadway play. Right now, everything is on hiatus because of the pandemic, but we are breaking records every time the doors open, and the name of it is Ain't Too Proud. So I'm very happy because I never would imagine that I would see my life story being portrayed so well on stage, you know, so I'm very happy about that. And, you know, show business is it's a wonderful business because it's always evolving to different plateaus. And like I said, I never would imagine my life story, the Temps and all, Motown, you know, being told and to be received so well. You know, I mean, every night that the doors open, it's packed. So when I sit there and I watch how people are reacting to what I lived through and still living, you know, it moves me to tears at times because I never would have imagined that this would happen to me. And like the old saying goes, I'm going to ride the hell off the horse. When I get off the horse, it's going to be ball.
And while I had both of them, I couldn't resist asking for a quick duet of the Temptations' huge hit, My Girl.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May.
Otis, get in there and help him out. Come on now.
Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl.
Good job, guys. Good job. Look at that. We got
remix on Papa Was Rolling Stone.
Yeah, y'all
Oh, man.
just because I'm hoarse this morning. You can get.
Oh, no. You did great, Otis. And I got to tell you what, did you say, Trace, you're going to do a remix of Papa Was a Rolling Stone?
What he wants to do, yeah. He wants to do a remix of Papa. Can you never tell? You know, it's hard for me to turn him down. So first chance I get, we'll go in and do a little something.
Oh, my goodness. One of my
Dance to
favorite
it.
songs. One of my favorite. Absolutely, yeah. I do love how Was Not Was did a great cover of that as well. Really enjoyed that song.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was not. Yeah.
That was a good group. Hey, guys, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate you. And Otis, keep giving those people what they love. And Trace, good luck on the future of your career. Thanks for being with us this morning.